What's going on, guys? It's Elias. Welcome back to another video. Oops. My bad, left it in gear. Today we're going to be talking about why everyone seems to be selling their Civic Type Rs. Now, by everyone, I mean a lot of people that take their cars to the track and like to do a lot of canyon carving seem to be selling their Civic Type Rs and upgrading to other cars like the Corvettes or Porsches, things like that. And there's a few reasons why that's happening. Have you guys noticed that a lot of Civic Type Rs have been for sale lately? Because I have. Let me know in the comments if you've noticed that. If you haven't noticed that, let me know as well. And let me know how long you plan to keep your Civic Type R. You want my answers to how long I'm keeping mine? I think I'm gonna keep it for life. I mean, I've got to get a really, really ridiculous offer for me to sell this thing. And between you and me, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. So, I think me and this Type R are gonna be rolling around for quite a while. Unless I end up crashing it while I race again. But, there's a few reasons why people end up selling their Civic Type R. People especially that drive their cars really hard. So let's go over those reasons in this video to basically inform you guys as to why that's happening, and if you're looking to buy one of these cars, keep these things in mind because they may affect you. So the track day guys are selling them mainly because of the overheating issues that they're finding in the Civic Type R. A lot of Honda guys like me are not used to getting their Civics overheating in the track. For example, the Civic Si from 2009, 2010, that era did not have an overheating problem at all. That K20 in there was bulletproof, and it was freaking awesome, to be honest with you. So fast forward, now we have turbocharged K20 in our Civic Type R, and because it's turbocharged in such a small confined space with a lot of emissions issues to deal with, you're getting overheating issues. So a lot of people are having to upgrade their Type Rs to fix the overheating problem, and it can be annoying. Man, that sun is ridiculous right now. Of course, I don't have any sunshade anymore. I don't really have an interior anymore. So yeah, how do you fix the overheating issues? You don't really permanently fix them per se. You can only really mitigate them. So how do you mitigate them? You change the radiator, right? That's first. You change the radiator for a bigger radiator. You take away the catalytic converter from the front of the engine. You basically make the exhaust go as fast as possible. Get the front pipe, get the mid pipe, front pipe, downpipe, and intercooler. The intercooler just helps you make more power, not necessarily helps you cooling the engine more. A lot of people make vents to the hood, and I've also gotten the Acuity reverse flow hoses. That helps a lot as well. So you do all of that. It does help a lot with the overheating issues, but it doesn't completely take them away, because one big issue when it overheats, and it doesn't really overheat. I've actually never overheated my engine. I've never overheated my engine. I've only noticed that power goes significantly down the more laps you put into the engine as you go along, and that can get a little bit annoying, right? Or very annoying if you're trying to do a race. So I've done a lot of the modifications that actually help in what's called heat soak and preventing heat soak. And even when you do that, after 5 or 6 laps, your power is going to start being reduced because the engine's smart enough to know it doesn't want to blow up. So it'll protect itself and reduce power, which is fine, which is good, right? You don't want the engine blowing up, but at the same time, you wish it wasn't getting too hot either. So people are very annoyed about that. The other thing is, I've been noticing a lot of people buying this car for the wrong reason. They get into this car, I've heard for a couple of reasons. Either, oh, it's just so special, they're not going to build any of them, they're going to build like 10 of them. right? Well, they're gonna build like 100 of them, or it's gonna be limited edition, right? But in reality, this car's not been that limited in its run. It's actually, there's over 40,000 of them now worldwide. So it's not like it's a lot, but it's also not a little bit. I've seen my fair share of other Civic Type Rs, and I live out here in the boonies of Pennsylvania. So they're not that rare, and some people like to buy rare cars, if only to be unique. So they sell them, right? So another wrong reason to buy this car would be, you know, if all you want to do is kind of stare at its beauty, right, and keep it pristine. I think this is the wrong car to do that with. And I'll tell you why. Civic Type R was built to a price point. It's less than $40,000. And Honda had to put in a lot of engineering into that engine. And this engine, while shared with the Accord 2.0T and other Acura models, for example, this specific engine with over 300 horsepower is only in the Civic Type R. So that engineering had to be paid for, right? And it's only the Civic Type R that gets it. So where did the rest of the money go, right? So it went into the engine, it went into the chassis and the suspension. They did a very ingenious way to eliminate torque steer, and that does not come free. That costs money to develop. So if you take all that into consideration, this car really is made fairly cheap. If you peel back the sheet metal, and I had to because I crashed my car, you know, the chassis is very strong, but the sheet metal, I am too much of a hooligan. The sheet metal is like this thin, and then the paint on that sheet metal, it's like basically non-existent. It's such a thin amount of paint that you breathe on it wrong and it'll chip. So unless you're gonna get paint protection all over it and wash it religiously and garage it every day, this is a very tough car to keep looking immaculate for the rest of its life. It really is. And I basically gave up like third month into it. This is way before it is, you know, from 2017. So a lot of those guys are starting to realize that the paint quality sucks, the interior quality is kind of not that good, and their pristine car is no longer pristine, even though it's low mileage, etc. So they're selling it. Another reason is because, well, they're finished paying it off, right? When you finish paying off a car, you feel pretty good about yourself. You feel like, oh wow, I don't have any more payments, I'm starting to save up a little money, so I start saving up a little money. And the truth about this car is that it holds its value. You pay $36,000, $37,000 for this car. I paid $34,000 back in 2017. Not a dollar more than MSRP. And I can sell it today, even after I crashed it, even after I put a cage in it. I can get 25 to 30 easily because of the cage and everything like that. But had I not crashed it, and had I kept it, and had I kept driving it, let's say I had more than 14,000 miles on it. Let's say I had, I don't know, 30,000 miles on it. They're still going for like $25,000 to $30,000. That's a significant amount of cash sitting around in a car, especially if you paid it off already, that you can put towards a GTR, a C8 Corvette, something of that like. So a lot of people are realizing that, wow, I can take my money from the Civic Type R and put it into a faster sports car like a Corvette, and they're doing that. So that's why I've been seeing a lot of these Type Rs on the market for sale. And there's a few, if you're looking to buy one, I made a bunch of videos, but I made one specific video of what to know before you buy a Civic Type R. I'll put a link in the description of everything. You know, all the playlists are in there. Let's see how fast this thing can go. I'm traction limited today. There's a lot of little bits of gravel left from the winter storms, so it's just fun. But yeah, that's basically the reasons why people are selling their Civic Type Rs. A significant amount of them are just basically either they're done with the overheating issues and want something that's easy to just track with, Porsches and Corvettes, for example, or they want to get the value out of the Type R and get a better sports car. And some of them are just, they're upset that it's not as special as it was supposed to be. For me, I'm pretty glad that they sold a whole lot of them, because the more they sell, the better for the aftermarket it is, and the better it will be for parts later on. So let me know in the comments what you think about people selling their Type Rs and how prevalent it is in your area. If you're looking for a Civic Type R, let me know in the comments why you're trying to get one. And if it's for the right reasons, I recommend it, man. This car is really good value. If you buy one at MSRP for $36,000, $37,000, whatever it is today, you're not gonna beat this car for value in performance and utility for less than $50,000. There's really no way. I just don't see it. I haven't seen it in the market for a new car. No. The C8 Corvette, in terms of value, gets close to the Civic Type R, but it's still a $60,000 to $70,000 car. It's not cheap. So for the money, this is still probably the best value car you can buy from any manufacturer out there. Audi gets close, but the depreciation on Audis is ridiculous. So honestly, this is your best bet. I recommend it. If you're thinking about it, buy it. Get yourself a nice Civic Type R. You will not regret it. Even if you're going to sell it because you don't like it for some reason, you're going to get all your money back for the most part. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.